Hey guys, Mike from Gettin Greasy Garage. Hopefully you can hear me over the heater. A little cold this evening, so anyway, I'll just try to talk louder. Got a 2000 Ford Contour with a 4-cylinder outside that I'm working on. Doesn't matter really what the car is. It's not what the video is about. Through a camshaft position sensor code. So I didn't, and what the video is about is these sensors. And the way they work is they have a magnet in here, and they have a reluctor wheel that goes by with notches in it or grooves and it sends a pulse back to the computer, telling the computer where the camshaft is at. Biggest common failure with these and crankshaft sensors, both the same style, where they go in through the block, or this one goes in the cylinder head. As a lot of times on the ends here, I was just looking, I didn't see anything obvious, is you'll see cracks. I don't see anything real obvious. Those are, that might be a crack right there. But anyway, they'll crack in the end, or they'll crack on the sides. Well, it might be a crack. So we'll just take a quick look here. That's the parting line from when they cast the plastic assembly. I'm not seeing anything obvious, but my point being is they get a crack, they get oil inside of them, they short out. And those cause, once they short out inside, of course, they throw a code. That's how you know there's something wrong. But a lot of times you can look at the connector plug or look down inside, and as you can see, that's soaked with oil. So, this thing sits in there just like that, kind of at a downward angle with the plug on the bottom, so, gravity helps it. And if you look at, the plug, the outside of it, really, it wasn't soaking wet. But the inside of that is, and the plug itself is just saturated. So, it creates a short, tells the computer that the sensor's bad, which obviously if it's leaking oil internally, it is. So, I'm going to point out that if you get a crank sensor or cam sensor, first thing, if you get a code for that, first thing is pull that plug and look inside of there and see if you get oil. And if you see oil, 9 times out of 10, you got a little tiny crack or a pinhole somewhere in this thing that'll leak the oil up inside of it. Let's see if we can. I just don't see anything super obvious, but it's leaking oil inside of it. And you won't always. I've seen these things with the whole ends busted out of them before, and it's like, okay, well that's pretty obvious why it's got oil inside of it. But then other times you don't see anything at all, and clean and inspect, and you clean everything out, run the motor for a minute, and it's back full of oil that quick. So if you're getting crank or cam sensor codes, make sure and check for oil as a sign. Don't just test this thing and assume it's good because there's continuity. If you see oil, that oil's coming from somewhere, causing a short. And 9 times out of 10, it flows right down through there, right into the connectors. So, anyway, look, that's kind of a little tech tip. Something I've seen over and over in my many years doing this stuff. Thought I'd show you guys and point that out. The other thing you want to do is make sure there's an O-ring on here. This one, the O-ring is really hard, so here's the new one. got a fresh O-ring on it. Put a little bit of light oil on there. But see, there's what it looks like, nice and clean. Brand new. So, hopefully this one will work out just fine. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications, and we will catch you in the next one.